The big story, showdown at Wayne State.
Tonight, uncertainty at the university as questions swirl over the attempted firing of the school's president.
4 members voted Monday to oust President Roy Wilson at a meeting Monday night. The university and other board members saying that vote wasn't legitimate. Roy Wilson saying he isn't going anywhere.
This all comes over outrage among some on the board over that pledge to offer free tuition to Detroit high school grads. Those members say they weren't told about the plan until the last minute. 7
Action News reporter Brian Abel is at Wayne State to show you what's next.
Well, that is the question. Was the vote to terminate President Wilson's contract legitimate? Depends on who you ask. The president, he remains defiant. His supporters are saying he is still very much the president. And those on the board that tried to vote him out are now reaching out to the Attorney General to sort it out. A rift between the Board of Governors at Wayne State University reaching new heights this evening after 4 members of the board voted Monday to terminate the contract of President Roy Wilson if he did not resign on Tuesday. The vote followed a meeting to talk about the Heart of Detroit pledge, which the dissenting governors called the final straw after a failure to be notified of the program.
As of today, our belief is that Dr. Wilson is terminated from the university as president.
Not everyone shares that belief. A statement by the university's board reads, "There is no legitimacy to the rumor that the president has been fired," and goes on to say the meeting wasn't a scheduled executive session required for such a vote, something Governor Sandra Hughes O'Brien denies.
A special executive committee requires 48 hours notice. The notice from our board secretary at the chair's request was sent out at 2:46 in the afternoon on October 28th.
This email obtained by 7 Action News shows the board secretary using the executive session language when scheduling the meeting with the board.
The term executive committee was mentioned, but when we actually noticed the meeting, we did not use that term. I never convened an executive committee. It was not an executive committee meeting. They were out of order to conduct business because we were never in an official meeting.
Wilson released this statement saying, "I have no intention of stepping down. In fact, I'm more committed than ever," a sentiment shared in this message to university employees, leading the governors that voted for Wilson's removal to ask Michigan's Attorney General to step in.
We're hoping she can perhaps do a legal opinion for us, or an opinion letter for us as to, and give us some guidance on how we can proceed and assist us in enforcing a legitimate vote that was taken by the board.
We feel very confident that it was very clear that we weren't having an executive committee meeting, and we welcome any kind of investigation.
This whole thing could potentially be sorted out in a courtroom. In the meantime, the dissenting governors say they plan on putting a personnel matter on the next public meeting on December 6th. At Wayne State, Brian Abel, 7 Action News.
And we'll wait and see what happens moving forward. Brian, thank you. And of course, you can read the statements from the board members and the school president on our website, WXYZ.com.